What's up to my 30 subscribers? It has been a long time since I made a video, partly because I'm lazy. In case you couldn't tell, my room is different now, and that's because I have moved to London. I'm currently going to school out here, which almost didn't happen, which I kind of want to talk about because a lot of people that I know heard that I wasn't gonna go and then literally got my passport the day before my flight and got on the plane and came here. So I started looking for schools back when I lived in Spain. I knew that I wanted to go to school somewhere in Europe. I just wasn't sure where. England and Ireland were the two that I took the most interest to. Biggest factor in that being that they speak English here. I was kind of over the language barrier in Spain, no offense. I think any one of my friends who knows me from out there knows that I was kind of done. So I was thinking about going to Dublin because I think I love Dublin actually a little bit more than London, but I got a really good opportunity with a university in London. They're the only school that's accredited for both UK and US degrees, so I'd be earning a dual degree at the same time. They gave me a scholarship based on my GPA, and it all just started to fall into place of going with this school. They're definitely a smaller school. I believe they're a private school, and it's not like one of the big universities out here in London. So, I mean, I came here to visit and I looked at the campus and it seemed great. So the process for the general tier 4 student visa for the UK is actually quite difficult for Americans. And I mean, I'm just speaking for myself compared to getting the visa from Spain. That one, although I had to travel out of the state to a different state to get the visa, it was definitely a lot more of a smoother process. This time around, I didn't really know what to expect, but I definitely wasn't expecting what happened and what I had to go through. As an American, we qualify, if you will. If you look it up on Google, it'll tell you which countries. We qualify for the differentiation agreement. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. So basically, we do not have to show proof of funds to the UK government that we are able to support ourselves while we are here as students. However, they are able to legally ask you for it if they choose to. My school reassured me that they wouldn't, but they encouraged me to have the money in my bank account just in case they were to ask me. It's about £1,200 per month, or $1,200. Anyways, it came out to like a ridiculous amount, like obviously over 12 grand. That they wanted you to have in your bank account. So however you want to go about showing proof of funds of that is your decision. I have no financial help from my parents whatsoever, so I went about that my own way is all I'm gonna say. But nothing illegal, of course. But that was kind of like the first obstacle I read online and thought that I wouldn't be able to make my dream a reality. The school reassured me that usually they don't ask for it. Obviously, the first step is to find a school. Obviously, the next step is to apply. You can either apply directly through the school, or they have a site called UCAS. It's literally UCAS. Basically, you can apply for 5 universities. It'll send your application and your personal statement. It'll send all of that to the schools of your choice. And then once you start getting offers back, then you can decide which school is your first choice, second choice. That's what I did. I think I paid like £20 to send my application out. Most universities, like mine for an example, they did send me a conditional offer, meaning I had to fulfill some requirements for them, simply just sending them my official transcripts. So yeah, once you're accepted, you need to meet your conditional offers, and then you'll be given an unconditional offer. So once you get an unconditional offer, what I had to do for my university is I had to pay a deposit for the classes and just to like hold my spot, and then also to get the CAS letter, which the CAS letter is something that you need in order to apply for your visa in the first place. Eventually, I ended up getting my CAS letter. It was super late. But then once they gave me my letter, The good thing about the UK visa is that you can apply online, so you don't need to travel anywhere, However, I recently learned that if you want to apply for a UK visa, you can obviously not be in the UK while applying, unless you're like renewing or something, and B, you have to apply from your home country. So didn't matter because I was already in the States, but it'll matter later on. So yeah, the CAS letter shows the home office here in the UK that this school has decided to sponsor you. It has important information on there that the visa application for the UK asks for, so you have to have that letter in order to even apply. Your biometrics is the next step in the process. It is simply you just go get your fingerprints taken, and then they take a photo of you for the UK visa. You don't have to bring photos, you don't have to send photos in your visa application, or when you send everything off to the home office, you don't have to send photos, they take a digital photo. You can't, unfortunately, make your biometric appointment ahead of time. The only time it allows you to do it is after you've officially finished your visa application. Side note, make sure that you apply for your application, your visa application, on Google Chrome, because I did it on Safari, which is on every freaking Mac computer, and I submitted it, was sitting there waiting for days, and it didn't process, but the money was taken out of my account, and I ended up having to go through freaking hoops just to get my money back, and was told that I had to reapply, and the reason why is because it didn't process because I applied on Safari. So note to the UK Home Office, you should probably put that on your website because that's really annoying. So I ended up getting my money back for the first application, but I was stressing because I was running short on time to get my visa. When you apply for your visa, you have to pay for the visa application fee and the NHS fee. So what that does is it gives you health insurance here in the UK as a student for however long you're going to be here for, which is really nice. But you have to pay £300 per year, which really in the grand scheme of things might not be a lot, but let's say I never use it, then that sucks. But the visa application fee, mine was $767 because I decided to expedite it because, like I said, I was running short on time. Partly not my fault, kind of blame my school for that, but I decided to expedite it, which meant that by sending it in, they should receive it and process it, and I should know if it got approved or denied within a week. So after I submitted my visa application, I was taken to another screen where it allowed me to make an appointment for my biometrics, which was just done at a Homeland Security office in Washington. You can go on the UK website and it'll tell you where you're able to do your biometrics in which cities. Pretty much all the main cities were on there, but I guess if you live like in a really small town, you're probably gonna have to travel somewhere. Thankfully, they had one in Seattle. It was really easy. The day I went, it was pretty busy because it was on a Friday. You had to bring your like receipt of the biometric appointment, and because there is a section on there that they need to fill out, I brought the biometric checklist, which you're able to print off once you finish your visa application. I also brought my visa application printout and my passport, and I think that was it. I brought all that stuff also because I knew that right after my biometric appointment I was gonna go send in all my stuff. After I took my fingerprints and my picture, they gave me like a stamp on my biometric appointment sheet, gave me all my stuff back. They didn't even ask for anything, all they needed was the receipt. After that, I went to UPS and paid like 2-day shipping to get it to New York. That's where I was sending it to because that's where the office is, and it gives you the address after you finish your biometric appointment. It's also on the UK website. I'll try to link all the links that I found, which were super helpful for me. I looked at them probably like 10 times a day just to make sure I was doing everything right. But there's also just so much information that I feel like it's really just not out there at all, and you like have to figure it out yourself. So that's partially why I'm making this video, because I really wish someone had put something out there for me, and I find that every time I want to do something like this, there's like zero information out there. So after the biometric appointment, you ship out your passport. Let's see, you have to ship out your visa application, your passport, your biometric paperwork, and then the proof of receipt if you're expediting it. And you also have to write on the outside of the shipping envelope priority. You also have to purchase a prepaid shipping label for the return of your passport that has your UK visa in it. So I did that actually on the website when I was making my biometric appointment. I like prepaid for it, so that way they do it through UPS, which is what the home office recommends to use. So I just went with what they recommended. It ended up being like $70 to send it there and back. That's like kind of expensive, right? All these little things just add up so fast. I shipped it out on the 6th of December, and I didn't get my visa back. I'm sorry, I didn't get my passport back until December 26th. So even with expediting it, it was still almost 20 days. I think normally, in normal situations that happen to people, they would have probably gotten theirs back a week later. But I, unfortunately, had a situation that happened with my school. They decided to cut all of the programs for the spring semester literally at the last second, and I found out about it on December 18th. It sounds like I'm like so scarred. I'm just throwing dates out there so people know like the time frame, I guess. But I found out December 18th, and my flight was leaving December 27th. So I literally found out like a week and 2 days before my flight was leaving, and I hadn't even had my passport back yet. Didn't even know if my visa got approved or not, but it didn't matter anymore because my school cut the program, so they were no longer gonna sponsor anyone's visa. So that was great. So yeah, I ended up deciding to come here anyways to the UK. I ended up getting onto just one course with the same school, who approved a 6-month short-term study visa. So basically, it's not a tier 4 student visa. I don't have like the NHS health insurance while I'm here, but it allows me to legally, if you will, legally study on a course here. And obviously I'm paying for that through private student loan. I went through Sallie Mae to get a private student loan. I'm not sure if they're gonna be good or not in the end, but that is what my school originally recommended, so that is what I went with. The problem with getting into another school as well was the fact that the deadline for the UK visa and the, you know, getting a CAS letter and all that, the deadlines had passed. It was completely impossible for me to even get onto another school. It's really interesting being 26 years old and still doing my undergrad. It's been something that's kind of difficult in a way because people are surprised when they find out. I just want to say that it doesn't matter how long it takes to do something or accomplish something, as long as you're focused on it and it's what you truly want, and in the end you just make it happen. That's how I felt about my education. And as like corny as all that sounds, I truly want my education. That's something that's important to me, and I haven't had the luxury of having my parents put me through school or getting all of this financial support in order to make that happen. I've had to do it myself. So something I'm proud of, and something that when people, you know, question why I'm still working on my undergrad, I question them because to me, I think it's important that I'm even still trying to get my education. I'm just really grateful that I'm still able to have an education and do all of this anyways, so yeah, save your judgments for yourself. This video is gonna be like a million minutes long. I just wanted to just lay it all out there, like what happened with my school and where I'm at now. I'm just literally trying to like adjust to a new place again. I love London a lot, but it is a big city and everything's so far from each other. Getting everywhere, it's like an hour to get to anywhere, so it doesn't even matter where you live. Living in London is so expensive. That's the fucking truth. But honestly, I wouldn't change it for the world. I'm so glad I came out here and didn't stay home for 6 months waiting to figure out what my life would be. And actually, that's a really nice thought to think about. That is my Anna Banana talk for today. I got a lot of responses, and I still get responses on the au pair video that I put out about how to become an au pair in Spain. So yeah, if anyone has questions about that, you can still ask me, or just moving to London in general. Obviously, as an American, you cannot just move here and work here. You have to either get a work visa or come on a student visa. You can legally be in the UK for 6 months, but you're not allowed to work while you're here. It's kind of the touchy subject, if you will, that I won't really get into. But if you have any questions, or if you have questions about the student visa, I can definitely help with that, or I can try, because it was really complicated for me. Oh, I need to stretch. Look, my nails match my lips, kind of, and my shirt, kind of. It's cute. Anyways, this is like the first video I've done without drinking wine. Kind of weird. That's good lighting, huh? Alright, well that is it for this video. I am hoping to put out new videos. We'll see if I even edit this video or how long that will take. So, in the meantime, you can go ahead and watch my other ones. Bye!